they know how we found out about our kids, but most people want to know, like the audience, what's your background? Like, how are you raised, which leads up to how you raise your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was your background like? Because all three of us have different backgrounds. Like, everyone knows that I'm married, but I have a child by another woman. So it's that dynamic.
Right.
But what's your dynamic, should I say?
So raised in a Nigerian household,
That's
mom
different.
and dad, right? Their anniversary is this week. 48 years.
That's a blessing.
Yeah,
wow. That's a blessing.
Some wild. Some wild. I don't know how they ain't kill each other yet, but yeah. So I have an older brother and a younger sister, so I know about boys and girls. How to grow up, how they grow up, or whatever. Born and raised in Houston, A-Leaf.
SWAT.
Yeah. But like I said, my dynamic really is, it very family oriented. Like everything we did was, especially on my mom. My mom is like, I don't know, you've all met my mom. Yeah. She is a mama bear to the T. So you mess with her babies.
Shout out to your mama though. Them oxtails, right? Oxtails, right? I can't.
She's liable to kill you over her kids, and that's how how I see things. Like, our kids are innocent, don't know any better.
Yeah.
We're here to protect them, right? So
that's definitely.
My thing is just giving the best life, and doing a little different than how we were raised, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what I always think is, my parents didn't do it perfectly. Their parents didn't do it perfectly. I'm not going to do it perfectly. And I'm sure Bryce and Bree aren't going to be the best parents.
But you get better.
But you get better. Yeah. So just trying to get better every day. Yeah. Really.
So tell me about, like, how is that with you being Nigerian and your wife being American? Like, how is that dynamic?
So her mom and her dad divorced when she was like 2.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been with her mom the whole time and visit her dad every summer. Okay. Because he was in Chicago.
Yeah.
And in Iowa.
Chi-town.
So the dynamic is a little different. She's like my mom. Like, Bailey treats the babies like how my mom treated us growing up. She's really protective.
That's good.
Mama bear tendencies. So if you mess with her kids,
you're gonna get that
she gonna show her teeth.
Yeah.
So the dynamic works because I've had both my parents. So like stuff that she did is not normal to her.
Mm-hmm.
It's normal to me.
Yeah.
So I can bring that dynamic in, and stuff that's not normal to me.
Yeah.
Maybe normal to her, and it's a lot of balance.
Yeah.
It's a lot of balance.
That's good.
She's a great mother. So
that's a blessing. So KB, what's the background story with you? Born, raised, what's up?
Yeah. Born and raised in Houston. Both parents in the household. I grew up with my parents being pastors. So
okay.
We was always labeled as the PK, the preacher's kid. So we was expected to be bad.
Was you wild? was you wild?
I wasn't wild. I was even to this day, like, I love to laugh. So I got in trouble a lot because
class clown.
I was a class clown. If somebody did something funny, KB was for sure laughing and laughing a lot. So
you laugh a little too hard?
Man, a little too hard. And I was always in the front. So I've always, admired my parents in the sense that they did everything. I mean, I don't have anything, bad I can say about how I grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My parents supported me 100%. They spent money when I don't know if they really even had it for me to do the stuff that I wanted to do. So they sent me to private school because they wanted me to have the best education.
That's dope.
And even when I had a decision to, if I wanted to go to public school, you know what I'm saying? They gave me those chances and opportunities to do what I wanted to do. So
yeah.
I really can't go back and say any part of my childhood was,
Back when you were a kid, of course, everybody said, "Man, get me out this house."
Yeah, I hated my house.
Yeah,
back when I was a kid, I hated my house. My parents used to punish me by making me stay inside and letting my partners hoop on my goal in the driveway. So, and if you picture my crib, my window of my room
That's some
looked
good
right
punishment
over
right there.
the driveway. So
You watch it.
I'm looking out the blinds watching Willie and LJ.
Willie and LJ.
you know what that reminds me of? When,
Play one on one. Oh,
On your goal.
On life when
my
Anthony
goal.
Anderson was rubbing them.
Oh.
And he looking like, man, I wish I could be out there.
Bruh, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking out there and, bro, as soon as they would leave, as soon as my parents would leave, man, I kid you not, my brother probably attest to it. I would yell so loud, I hate this house. In the loudest tone, because it was like, man, it's not even fair. You know,
Yeah.
these boys really out here playing 21 on my goal.
And you can't
I
participate.
can't do nothing but listen to it, hear it, and watch them. You know what I'm saying? So
Don't hang on my goal, Willie.
don't hang on the rim, dog. You know what I'm saying? Bang it on the window. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Raise it up. Raise it up. But nah, man, it just taught me a lot about family in general.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? My parents, my mom's side of the family was really, really close. I had family that lived with us, you know what I'm saying, and vice versa. We lived with them for a period of time. But it just showed me how much family really, really means, you know. And so now seeing that I have daughters, man, it just brings a whole different dynamic. I had my first daughter. The second one, I was thinking, you know, maybe I get a boy this time.
Yeah.
I got a house full of women now. So you just find a way you realize that they are, especially with girls, man, they just so precious, and you have to be like gentle. And
yes.
it just makes you a different individual, you know what I'm saying? So my upbringing, I feel like, has helped in this situation with me having two girls.
Uh-huh.
But on the flip side, I'm in an interracial relationship.
Yeah.
So
Talk
we got
about
that different dynamic. So
How is that?
what you mean? What you mean?
As far as like, cause I don't know. I mean, we both are dating black women. Like, how is that relationship? What's the dynamic in that?
It's crazy because like I never dated a white chick, you know what I'm saying, until I was married. You know what I'm saying? So, and she Hispanic and white, but if you saw her, you probably said she was white. So last name Martin. You know what I'm saying?
Like Ricky.
Yeah,
like
Ricky was
Ricky.
Martin. So she, you know what I'm saying, she like to say I'm Hispanic and white. But anyway, that dynamic is, shoot, I'm still learning every day. We just recently had a situation where and I don't mean to switch the topics or nothing, but we had a situation where we booking Airbnbs. I booked the Airbnb as a whole family pick. Me, my wife, and my daughter. Booked the Airbnb. I send the money. Denied. Like, oh, bet. I read the reason behind the denial, and it was like, it said something like, basically the infants they didn't have a king bed for the infants to be able to sleep in with the parents. I said, wait, what? I'm looking at Airbnb says that infants don't even count as a guest.
Yeah.
So if the house sleeps 6 and we got 8, you know what I'm saying?
How's that not?
Then you fulfilling all the requirements. So immediately I knew, like, as soon as I read it to my wife, and that's why I say big shout out to her, because as much as they'll never understand what it is to be a black man or a black person per se, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For her to have, for her, all I had to do was read the message to her, and she knew. And so what she did without me, she said, I'm about to try to book the same room, and I'm going to do my profile picture, and we're going to see what happens. Immediately, she gets a response back like, just want to make sure you went over all the rules and regulations, and basically, here, the house is yours.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying? We learning as we go, you know, within our relationship. And that's something I'm going to have to teach my daughters, because they going to, you know, mixed children, they going to have situations where, are you white, are you black? They going to have to face all that stuff. So, I feel like we're going to have plenty of stuff to talk about, you know what I'm saying, as we move forward.
You know, you say that because I think I just recently talked to my wife about that, because crazy thing about it is we're sitting there looking at our son, and he came out with sandy brown hair. And red. And like literally he's gonna be red. And I was like, just telling my wife, I was like, you know, that's gonna have to be a different conversation raising my son, because it's like now you're gonna have to raise him to be black, but at the same time, you're gonna have to raise him to be light skinned because there's within the black community, there's you have your divide
The
within the
stigmas.
stigma, yeah. So it's like
I know about those.
I might have to reach out to you with that conversation. Hey, KB, you help me out with that one. But yeah, so I get what you're saying, man. Just raising your kids and to help them understand what's going on in life like that. But so to give the audience backstory about myself, small town country boy, man. I-10 West, Sealy, Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Home of the
No,
cattle.
I don't know what you're saying.
What you mean? If you ever been to San Antonio, you went through my hood. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you exit off, give me a call. I clear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them boys to run up on you. It's getting a little dangerous out there nowadays. So, I don't know. But no, man, my childhood was wild. I could say that. Like, and wild in the sense that my mom was like y'all's moms. Like, she was very strict. But being in a small town at that time, because Sealy has grown a lot, but it was very close knit, so everyone knew each other, and like everybody knew my mama. And my mom worked at the school. She didn't play. Like, put it like this: I wasn't a bad child, but I was like you. I like to be a class clown. I like to laugh. So crazy part about it was like the teachers knew, and I wouldn't even get in trouble with them. They would just make that phone call within the school. Like, Miss Seals Jones, Jamal is in here acting up. My mama, oh, that's no problem. That's no problem. Send him down to my room. I knew. Damn, here come this ass with me. This ass with. And now she get me right. Now I'm walking back down the hallway trying to clear my face up. Like, I'm a G. I ain't gonna go back in the room crying, but my friends knew. Damn, man, your mom whooped your ass. Yeah, I bet you ain't like that no more. But nah, like she was good. My dad was strict. Like, they raised us to be respectable young men. It's just different living in the country, man. Like, I would say like the roughness and toughness that y'all see from me is just my experience growing up. Like, for instance, in the summertime like this, my mom will be like, y'all not about to tear my house up. Take that outside. And literally put us outside for the whole day. And if it was a good day, she would put a pitch out there with some lemonade or something. But other than that, it was that water hose. It was basketball.
Ain't nothing like a fresh water hose.
And you learn, let that water run for a little bit.
Don't burn your mouth.
And then
it's in that hose for a while.
And my dad kind of knew. He's like, okay, she putting the boys outside. I gotta do something for him. So my dad ended up buying us like a trampoline. He got us a basketball goal. But with two boys, like me and my brother, we was rough. Like, growing up in the country, we got whoopings, but we got whoopings for being bad. Like, my dad would tell us, all right, y'all want to play baseball? Go play behind the garage. My brother like, come on. I like, man, we play right here. I'm gonna hit this out the backyard. I'm gonna hit it to the pond. And my brother was like, all right, whatever. You ain't gonna hit my pitch. First pitch he throws, I swing, and it tips off the bat and hits the window, breaks it. My mom was like, what the fuck? My brother look at me, I look at him, and we already knew, like, this is probably about to be the worst whooping of our life. But like, I could say that to say that, like, that structure built us and it made us who we are. But as I've grown now, like, some of the stuff my parents have taught me, I take it, but also I want to put my own spin on it.
Right,
I'm not trying to like whoop my kids. I think that was like something my parents were taught when they were growing up.
Right.
I'm not trying to instill that. Especially for me, it was rough having a daughter. Like, she would do stuff and I would
Daughters
just give
get
her that
whoopings?
look. I'd be like, and she like, no, she messed up. Like, I'm not touching her.
Yeah.
Like, that.
I ain't know daughters got whoopings. My daughter ain't gonna tell you.
But like,
I'll leave that for my wife.
son, like,
I'm
I'm not trying to whoop him, but it's just like, like,
Boys
they gonna test you.
Boys is
Yeah.
bad.
They gonna test you.
Y'all had good belts in the country too. Huh?
good belts.
Good leather
Man,
belts. Straight out the
I
cow.
never forget the worst whooping I got as a kid. Didn't even come from my parents.
This
It
is
came
Cal's
from
ass
my
right here.
grandfather. Man, this man had a leather belt, about that thick.
Yeah.
it came across me and I thought I was going to see God. Wow. Oh. Y'all remember how KC looked when that woman? Yeah, that's how I looked when that bell hit me. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, I ain't trying to do that no more. But yeah, that country lifestyle, man, it was different, man. But like, it just propelled me to be the man I am today. And I thank my mom for that.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, I think us all having our mothers in our lives also helped us become good men for our wives, you know, because having a mother in your life, she instills what a man should do for a woman. You know, like your dad's going to instill that toughness, like how to provide for the family, but your mom puts that like soft, gentle touch in you
Right.
for that.